made up, aren't we?
Yes.
It happened last night. And I was so happy when it happened.
Yeah. Where were you when Tello got linked?
Where were you when Tello got linked? 2016.
Yeah, which time?
Oh, I'm so happy Tello got linked.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I felt like, since the clocks have gone forward, the season's finished, the sun's come out, but it wasn't yet summer.
Now we've started. I know it's good to know with all the change in the world. You know what I mean? The world's an unpredictable place.
It is.
You need the constant.
There's the Brexit debate. There's climate change. There's these varieties of issues that hit you day by day. But you've got one thing you know will happen.
Yeah, you say you don't know where we'll be next summer. Well, I do. In this room, talking to you about Tello.
Oh, it's absolutely brilliant. Does he exist? Has anyone ever seen him?
I'm not sure he's real. He's a fictional footballer. Like I don't know. Did he play for Dream Team or something? He's like Harchester United. I'm not sure with Tello. Apparently he's 24 now. Young Tello.
24.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like he's been linked with Liverpool for more than 24 years in a row. But he is 24. Not a young lad anymore. Still messing around in Barcelona.
He's now Fiorentina on loan.
Oh, is he?
He did 2 loans last season. He went to Porto and he went to Fiorentina, and his numbers are dreadful.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, he's not real. How's he meant to score? How can score if he doesn't exist?
How can a figment of your imagination turn the ball over the line?
If Tello scores a goal in a Forest and no one hears,
as it ever happened. Maybe this time he'll turn up as some sort of complex scheme at Anfield. Maybe that's the thing that Klopp was going to change.
It's quite a modern thing that like the footballer he doesn't really play. Because I was the Echo did a thing last week, I think it was, about Brendan Rodgers' first friendly and who he picked and where are they now, sort of thing. And some of them, I know where Suarez is.
Yeah.
But some of them were quite interested, and one of them was Steven Sammer. And Steven Sammer still hasn't played a proper game of football.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's like 22, 23 in Germany. Still hasn't played a proper game of football.
That's absolutely unreal.
Yeah. He hasn't played for the first team. Yeah, Steven Sammer. And I think he's just going to get to about 30.
It feels mortifying.
Maybe we should do something else. Still hasn't played the first team game of football, Steven Sammer. Someone get him a game of footy.
Can someone just get him a start somewhere? We'll go.
It's content, though.
It's massively content. Interview each of his teammates. How do you think Steven did?
When Steven Sammer plays, we might.
So yeah, all this is going on. The Tello link has happened, so you can kick back and you can relax. The Euro will start very, very soon as well. And we're doing our first Euro preview show today. Got to go and do it in a minute at 12 o'clock with Paul Machin, Rob Gutman and Dave Downey. As ever, that's with City Talk and with Redmen, our friends, together.
Oh, was that happening?
Yeah, that's happening.
Good.
That's a thing that's happening.
Yeah, good.
Orange as well in the middle
of
that sandwich. So pleasing
Sexy
stuff, very much so. That's coming up. Rob Gutman loves Roy Hodgson. He's written an article about how much he loves the Hodge today. I'm going to be raising it with him later on. Loves the bones of him. Rob Gutman has got 3 lions tattooed on his chest.
I think Rob's in for a bit of a shock when none of the Liverpool players play.
Yeah, and he's going to hit him quite hard.
He's put through this scenario where James Milner sets one up for Daniel Sturridge in the semi-final. Lallana's man of the match. I'm like, this all sounds great, but I don't think they're going to get on.
They're not going to get on. But Rob Gutman still, he has 3 lions tattooed on his chest. He's got a room in his house where all there is a plinth and a Jules Rimet.
Still gleaming.
Still gleaming. I'm going to do that on the show later on the Spotted Ops face because there's no content we won't recycle.
40 years of hair never stopped him dreaming.
It's never stopped him dreaming.
50 years.
Is it 50 years?
50 years since you were.
50 years.
50 years of hair never stopped him dreaming.
50 years.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Yeah.
It's only 26 years since we won a league, lads. Look at it that way. But we won other things since then, obviously. And someone who was part of that joined in 2006 is Daniel Agger. And Daniel Agger's retired from football today. He's 31, and he's retired from football today. And I mean, it's striking that he's 31. He joined when he was 21. He joined Liverpool, and Rafa Benitez said he would be Liverpool's centre back for the next 10 years when he joined. And he could have been Liverpool's centre back for the next 10 years, John, but his back stopped working.
Yeah, it packed in, and he just couldn't do it 90 minutes really anymore. Well, he could, but he'd have to pick his games or pick his minutes in games, and once you're doing that, then it's over for you at a top club really, because centre forwards are going to get at you, and I felt a bit sorry for him by the end, really, because it wasn't his fault.
I'm glad you said that, because people used to think I was being quite harsh on him, because I used to say, basically his back doesn't work and blah blah blah. But when I remember watching him in the ground sometimes, and you just watch him for 10 minutes, and you'd see him in pain.
Yeah, you'd
see him literally in pain. The ball's gone, it's somewhere else on the pitch, and he's almost having this moment of, I'm in agony here. Absolutely. And it was we talk a lot about footballers playing through the pain barrier, but the extent to which he was playing playing through the pain barrier, and it was unfair on him. It was unfair on his teammates, I think, a lot of the time as well, because they knew. You can't play with this fella every week and not know, and it was obviously unfair on Liverpool in general because of where he was.
And that's the thing, and he had a good 15 in him. He probably had a few games in him. There was the odd game when it was a big game and he'd probably dose himself up
with something,
and then just kind of get out there and just do it, and then he play well and everyone would go, oh, see, and you're like, well, you know, that just shows he's got class in him. It doesn't show that he can do it. So it was that towards the end. It seems like with centre halves more, they seem to put themselves through it. I remember when Vidic left Man United, and there was a bit of similar kind of noises around that, and there were stories coming out saying, you know, when they flew somewhere, he had to stand up. He couldn't sit down because his body couldn't cope with being sat down in that position for a long time. And they're flying first class, they're not on easy jets. So Vidic used to have to stand up for the whole flight, and so you're thinking, well, these lads, you know, a lot of them aren't in great nick, and you can't just keep thinking, because it's 38 game season, that's what we're in it for. We're in it to win leagues and be brilliant for 38 games, and if you've got a lad who could do 10, then he's kind of not for you anymore. But good luck to him, and we'll always have Chelsea at home when he scored.
We will always have Chelsea at home. Philippe Coutinho scored lots of goals for Brazil last night.
Yeah, everyone's getting in a bit of a... Everyone's getting upset about it, or you're like, oh well, now he's gone, and you're like, it was Haiti.
Yeah.
I mean, generally speaking,
I've not had the social media more, not been doing proper work more, and so is this the vibe?
Yeah, a few are crying about it. I'll name and shame a few. Kev Kelly, if you're listening, you need to get a grip, mate.
Kev, have a look at yourself, mate.
Get some cans, don't worry about it. I mean, generally speaking,
Tello.
Generally speaking, you know, if you've donated to that country in the last 5 years, then they probably haven't got a great football team.
That's an excellent point that John makes. An excellent
you know
point
what
indeed.
I mean? I think one of the things that that might have been hitting Haiti was the footballing structure.
Yeah, it's one of the first things that you compromise on if you're in a flood and life and death situation. Is the footballing structure. I wouldn't worry too much, and also, I mean, I'd be happy if he was scoring hat-tricks against Argentina. It doesn't mean Liverpool have to sell him. He's a footballer under contract, and it doesn't even necessarily mean that he has to go.
And Barcelona know how good he is before he scores a hat-trick.
Yeah, everyone already knows. It's no surprise. They also the goal he scored against United at Old Trafford. They're not going. Well, I wasn't convinced, to be honest with you, Laurent Blanc. But now that I've seen the Haiti, is Laurent Blanc still manager of PSG?
Let's say yeah.
He could be. Now that I've seen the Haiti hat-trick, it's a complete game changer for me. So all that sort of is sort of going on and rumbling along. Listen, this is the Anfield Wrap video. I mentioned the Euros thing before. We've got, what have we got? There's something else coming out today, that's boss.
When you put the Central League out, that was good.
I think that's coming out today.
Is it?
Yeah, that's coming out today. That's the other thing I was thinking of. And we've got City Talk now tomorrow. We'll have the Euro show later on today as well. AFQ and that tomorrow. But there's all the good stuff earlier this week.
All the John Barnes stuff.
It's John Barnes. It's the anniversary of John Barnes signing, so all that's still sitting there. It's sitting there in the website, and it's sitting there to listen to as well, and it's fantastic.
Sound?
Okay, that's that. Lunchtime video. Tello, Yamar.